You know what? I'm happy.
I finally got my hands on this book that I always wanted, Nezu-san to Kataru Kojiki, written by the greatest Japanese historian who I truly love and I admire, Onagi Zenko sensei, or commonly known as Nezu-san here in Japan. Right now, I am so
happy, happy, joy, joy, happy, happy, joy, joy, happy, happy, joy, joy, joy.
Nothing makes me happier than books. Books. Books! Nerd! What's up, gang? It's your favorite Shintoist nerd, Ken Liu, bringing you the deep truth about the origin of the Japanese culture, starting all the way back from the mythological time. With this new book from Nezu-san, which is jam-packed with even more great information, I can bring you even deeper truth about Japan now. So let's continue with exploring more about the first god of Shinto, Ame-no-minaka-nushi-no-Kami. On part 1, we talked about the technical details about this god and how we the Japanese view creationism and more. And today I will explain how we Shintoists connect to it. If you haven't watched part 1 already, I urge you to check it out to know more. So, how do we connect? The answer is simple, through the norito. No, not Naruto. Norito, or using Kotodama as norito. So what is a norito? It's the Shintoist prayer, to put it plain and simple. Depending on which god it is you're wishing to connect, there are the specific norito for that particular god within that particular shrine. Now, I might know the names of all the gods.
Are you cereal?
Yes, I'm cereal.
But not all of the norito, because they are so infinitely long. Just like my What? I meant my hair. Perverts. So the most famous norito, Amatsu norito, starts off like this. Takamahara ni kamutsumaриmasu kamurogi kamuromi no mikoto mochite sumemi oya kamu izanagi no okami tsukushi no himuka no tachibana no odo no awagi hara ni. And it just goes on and on and on.
That just kept going, huh?
But fear not. The simplest way of norito we have is the second option, which is simply saying the name of that god. In this case, Ame-no-minaka-nushi-no-Kami. Just by saying its name, we believe it possesses a very powerful vibration, which is also known as the Kotodama. Kotodama means spirit within the words. We also believe that all words are alive and possess spirits and power. This is a common belief in pretty much all religions and philosophy worldwide. We Shintoists also believe this. So kotodamas in this case are words we use as a form of prayer to connect with that particular god we wish to connect with. Saying the names of the gods are a powerful kotodama, and this applies to all the benevolent gods in Shinto. If you want to screw up your life, then you can repeat the names of the gods of calamity of Shinto, although I highly do not recommend it. But of course, kotodamas are in every word we speak, like I said before. We believe all words have power, spirits, vibration, whatever you want to call it. When we speak words with positive vibrations, we attract positivity. When we speak words with negative vibration, then you attract pride. Just like the principles in the law of attraction. So, as I have mentioned, the mini norito or Kotodama for this god would be Amenominakanushi-no-Kami. Since it is considered to be the most powerful god, since it is omnipresent, omnipotent, and omniscient, this Norito is considered to be by many, if not the most powerful Norito or Kotodama in Shinto. The next most powerful Kotodama might be Amaterasu Oomikami-sama, our supreme sun goddess. The reason why we Shintoists pray extending the words like what I did before is to savor each word. You can observe all Shintoist priests doing so if you ever see them praying in our shrines when you visit here. There is a difference in saying its name really fast and saying it slowly. Which one do you think is going to be more powerful when we want that deep connection with it? Amenominakanushi-no-Kami or Amenominakanushi-no-Kami. I'm sure you are smart enough to see the difference and which one it is. That's why you hear all Shintoists always praying like this. A famous Shintoist named Saito Hitori has always said just by repeating this name is the most powerful prayer we have in Shinto. This Kotodama in particular serves for centering ourselves in moments when we lose ourselves. Or you can do it the old-fashioned way and just simply say Ame-no-minaka-nushi-no-Kami sama, お助けいただきまして誠にありがとうございます. Which means, thank you truly for helping me out, Ame-no-minaka-nushi-no-Kami. The original belief of Shinto is not to pray for outside forces like many religions do, which is to ask their god or gods to hear their prayers or grant them their wishes.
Blood for ball! Blood for ball!
The original practice of Shinto when we prayed was to give our gratitude to the gods for everything that they have given us. Really simply put, the core essence of Shinto is thanksgiving. Without the turkeys.
Oh, darling, look.
I will be speaking about this more profoundly in later videos. Another reason why we pray is to connect with the God within, because we are all gods and this God. We have that divine spark within, and Ame-no-minaka-nushi-no-Kami is within the center of each of us. We are it and it is us, so when we say it's Norito, we are believing in ourselves and we manifest what we want by empowering ourselves.
I am a god!
See how different Shintoism is? It's very different from many mainstream religions that teach us to pray to outside forces. Shintoism teaches us to believe in ourselves and rediscover what we are and that we have the power to manifest our destiny the way we want through ourselves. So we never say put your faith in it. We are always saying put your faith in yourself and connect with that awesome omnipotent energy within. Now how awesome are we, huh?
Awesome combo!
Now, let's enter into the explanation of the shrines that house Ame-no-minaka-nushi-no-Kami, since it's so difficult to find this god in the shrines. So that once you come here to Japan, you will know where to visit and what you are visiting so that you can appreciate these shrines more and have a more memorable experience. The shrines where you can see it is divided into 4 main categories: Myoken, Suiten, Kindai Soken, and miscellaneous. Remember I mentioned Myogen Bosatsu and the history behind it on the previous video? If you haven't done so, please check it out. This means any shrines in Japan that has the name Myogen or Myoken Shake is associated with Ame-no-minaka-nushi-no-Kami, such as the following. Yatsushiro Jinja is one of the Nihon Sandai Myoken, the 3 biggest Myoken shrines of Japan, located in Yashiro City in the Kumamoto Prefecture, created in the year 795 during the Asuka period. It changed its name to Yatsushiro in the Meiji period, but by the locals, it's still called Myoken-sama, and people continue to pray for abundance of crops, peace, success in business, and for warding off evil spirits or misfortunes and bad lucks. On the 22nd and the 23rd of November, they celebrate the Myogensai Festival, one of the 3 biggest festivals of Kyushu, which is also an important cultural treasure. Chiba Jinja, located in the Chiba prefecture in Chiba City, created in the year 1000, it is really famous for warding off evil and misfortune from all directions, and also believed to unite and attract couples because of Ame-no-Minakanushi-no-Kami's power of contraction, and is often used for wedding. What a beautiful place to get married! Chichibu Jinja is one of the Sandai Chichibu, the 3 biggest Chichibu shrines located in the Saitama prefecture, and is one of the biggest energy power spot of Kanto. According to records from the Heian period, it was constructed in 87 BC. Soma Nakamura Jinja in Soma City in the Fukushima prefecture. It was created by the legendary Taira no Masakado himself in the year 1611 and is for praying for victory, peace in the country, and for the people and for health. Now, I know I have mentioned that we Shintoists look within for when it comes to connecting with the gods or to manifest whatever. So why have I been saying that people go to shrine to pray to have them heard? This is due to the fusion of Shintoism and Buddhism that we have had for more than a millennium. We had times when the gods of Shinto were honored in Buddhist temples and Buddhist deities honored in Shinto shrines. In time, people just couldn't distinguish which one was from Shinto and which one was from Buddhism until our 122nd emperor Meiji Tenno Muzuhito-sama in 1868 finally divided the two to distinguish them and to officially recognize Shintoism as the national religion. It was the Buddhist teachings to pray to their deity to have one's wishes granted that permeated onto Shintoism. So many people, due to its history, still have the Buddhist idea when they go to a shrine to pray for having their wishes granted by the Shinto gods. But don't get me wrong, that doesn't mean the gods of Shinto do not grant our wishes. I have had my wishes granted, like I said in my first video, but awakening the power from within was the original Shinto belief. Please stay tuned and subscribe if you haven't done so already to find out more regarding these ancient Japanese traditions that the majority have forgotten in later videos. Suiten is the Buddhist way of calling the supreme Hindu god Varuna. This name was established because originally Suiten was worshipped in these shrines, but in the Meiji period, when Shintoism and Buddhism were separated, the worshipped gods in these types of shrines became Ame-no-Mikumari-no-Kami and Kuni-no-Mikumari-no-Kami. And since Mikumori sounds like Okomori, they were worshipped for safe delivery and safe child growth. After the Meiji period, the worshipped god there became Amenominakanushi-no-Kami because he is associated with the beginning of everything. And just like water and children, which are the root of life itself, it was perfect for this place to honor Amenominakanushi-no-Kami. And those of you who wish safety for your children, these places will be the places to visit. Kurube Suiten-gu in Kurube City in the Fukuoka prefecture, constructed around 1190. This is the central headquarters for all Suiten-gu. It's very popular and was built towards the end of the Heian period to commemorate Emperor Antoku and the Heike warriors. Tokyo Suiten-gu. This is the most famous one of all the ramifications from the previous one that I have mentioned, built in 1818 during the Edo period. Suiten-gu Hiranuma Jinja in Yokohama City in the Kanagawa prefecture, constructed in 1839. It's very famous for surviving the great earthquake of Kanto Daishinsai, the great Kanto earthquake of 1923. Kindai Soken, or the modern structure. Tokyo Daijingu. This place houses Ame-no-minaka-nushi-no-Kami, but it also houses Amaterasu Omikami-sama, so it is also known as the Ise-jingu of Tokyo. Ise-jingu is the supreme central of all the shrines in Japan located in the Mie Prefecture. It's a small shrine, but it is an upper class shrine when it comes to class. Yohashira Jinja. Created in 1879, located in Matsumoto City in the Nagano Prefecture. It's called Yohashira, or four-pillared shrine, because it houses the Zouka Sanshin and Amaterasu Omikami-sama. More on them in later videos. This place is more for praying for the safety of one's home, family, health, and also all wishes are granted here. Other great shrines dedicated to it are Samuhara Shrine in Osaka City, 1880. Samuhara comes from the Sanskrit word samhara, which means Shambara, or the underworld, which comes from the mythological theory that there is an underground empire because the earth is supposedly hollow on the inside. So the question is, who is the god in the center of the earth? You guessed it, Amenominakanushi-no-Kami. So, Samuhara Shrine's real name is Shambara Shrine. The Japanese language has some influence from Sanskrit and ancient Hebrew. Sanskrit was called the language of God and is filled with holy words, similar to the ones that we use to pray in ancient Shinto and in Buddhist mantras. This place has quite a lot of legends, especially the legend of those who prayed here before any war never got hit by anything, especially during World War II. Many Japanese soldiers never had a scratch on them in the end. Konoshima ni masu Amateru Mitama Jinja in Kyoto, constructed before 701. It's really famous for its unique triple torii. Omi Hachimanshi Ame-no-Minaka Jinja in the Shiga Prefecture, constructed in year unknown. Famous for being one of the most powerful places to have your wishes granted. Kotohiragu, the most visited shrine in all the island of Shikoku in the Kagawa Prefecture, a place where I frequently visit. Hakone Jinja Motomiya. The cool part about this place is that we have to take the cable car to get all the way up there. The place is also called Komagatake, which includes the word koma, or dreidel, which needs a center to operate. Ring a bell? Iwashimizu Hachimangu of Kyoto, 859. It was constructed to bring in and to honor the war god Hachiman in Kyoto, so he could be the protector of the imperial house. There are more, of course, but I have mentioned the majority of the popular ones. So, now you know exactly which god is housed and what to ask for if you ever decide to go to these beautiful and majestic shrines. That's it for this part, and coming up, Takami Musubi no Kami, the supreme commander of Takaamahara, the Japanese Asgard. Please subscribe if you haven't already, hit that like button and the notification bell so you will never miss an episode, and please comment. I love reading all of your comments, and
I'll be back.
with more secret information that only us Shintoists know about Japan, so that you will understand my country in a more profound level to get the most out of it in your visits here. Take care, folks, and as always, Yasaka!